surprised. Okay.
Hi, everybody. This is The Main Viewer, and it's time to talk about so much awesome Star Trek and Star Trek related content. So much to talk about. First of all, the very first ever Star Trek Awards show happened just a few months ago, the Lappy Awards, that's Live Long and Prosper Awards. And the second one is coming in February of 2023. We will be announcing 4 at least, maybe more if we're feeling frisky, 4 of those categories for the upcoming Lappy Awards that are coming in 3 short months. You thought the Emmys were hot? You were wrong. The Lappy Awards, first ever Star Trek Awards ceremony, are amazing. Everybody in the live chat, if you saw the 2022 Lappy Awards, tell us in the live chat and say how awesome it was, or if you didn't think it was awesome, tell us why, but tell everybody that you did see it. We're also going to be talking about the biggest Star Trek news of the week, which is huge news. We also have so many other radical news items like Robert Picardo has a pitch to play the Doctor again in live action Star Trek. We also have, kind of a deep dive on the possibility of T'Pol, Subcommander T'Pol in Strange New Worlds. So much great stuff there. Then there's some kind of Prodigy talk. Everybody's talking about the Star Trek Prodigy because it's an awesome
we love it.
show. Yep. There's some Borg talk, canon talk. There's Data. Was he built before? Was he rebuilt before or after Nemesis? I don't know. This is all very confusing, but we have so much to discuss, you guys, that today's episode will be 4 hours long, right, Mohammed?
That's right, exactly. Those of you on the East Coast, get ready. We're going into tomorrow.
It's a marathon. No, it probably won't. I thought Mohammed was going to call me out, but he did not. Now I have to call myself out. So, of course, the Dean of Arts and Sciences at Duke University, also occasional Star Trek science advisor, Dr. Mohammed Noor, is here today.
Hello, always a pleasure to be on The Main Viewer. Actually, interesting that you said that. Just today, they announced who's going to succeed me as Dean starting February 1st. There was a big press release that just happened. So.
Wow. Press release.
I think I also saw you on a commercial for the local airport.
Yes.
Which was amazing.
Well, this is the biggest news. What is
that?
Yes,
I know. Have you not seen this? It's on, let me find
it. It was for RDU Airport, our local airport. They just had like people from the community, and I was in a little clip on it, commercial.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Melissa Longo is also here. She brings the charm to our show. Without her, we're like a wooden post with no paint.
Which can be very beautiful too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like there's some kind of social media post joke in there somewhere, but I couldn't piece it together. You didn't buy me enough time. Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel is here. She's the walking exclamation point, and she has a story about a drag queen that she was yelling about a drag queen right before we hit record. What is
not okay? So basically, I have 2 really cool bracelets that I got at Walking. Well, they're both Walking Art made by Melissa, but one of them I actually got in 2019 at STLV. So I'm wearing the other one right now, like the binary cuff that says Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Yeah. So basically, it fell off my wrist at some point at one of the To Proudly Go parties, and then one of the amazing drag queens found it. And then I just never she has it at her apartment and was like, it's beautiful. And she said it's like hanging by her door so she can look at it every day. And I'm like, okay, I kind of need that back. Yeah, so that's so she didn't really steal it as much as found it luckily, but yeah, I don't have it right now. So I have the other one, which I love.
Yay. Thanks for wearing it.
So cute.
Yep. All right, we have a new poll, everybody. That poll is, because great job, the 2 of you bought me enough time to type super quickly, probably typos in there. The question is, did you see the 2022 Lappy Awards? Yes or no, but I'll watch the 2023 one. There is no option for no, period. Uh, and my name is Ryan T. Husk, everybody. I love polls so much because
what I
they're
heard
so
about you.
freaking fun. Does your tongue really freeze to a poll in the winter, Mohammed?
No, I've wondered
You
about that
stick
too.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it actually happen?
Yes, didn't you rip off like that top layer of skin while you're trying to get it off?
Yes.
Don't do
That's
it.
a good kind of poll.
Don't do
Mhm.
it. Have you ever stuck your tongue to an ice cube? It kind of has the same effect.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
That's true. Good point. Experimental demonstration. Good job, Melissa.
Mhm.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Try it at
Ice-
your friend's house where your parents
Yeah.
aren't watching.
Ice cube's easier to remove.
Mhm. Yeah. I was more of a
hi,
Snoop guy,
Zizi.
but
Ooh, so many people in the live chat.
oh yeah, let's say hi to them in the live chat before we get started.
Yeah.
And they are Chris, Gavin, DJ, Kitty Cat, Chuck A, Glenn Iverson, Fran Iverson, Scott Jensen the 13th. Anne Marie, I've noticed you and Fran Iverson have quite the rapport, by the way.
Oh, I love Fran Iverson. She's one of
Who
the coolest.
doesn't?
Yeah, I know.
I
like,
love Fran Iverson the most.
awesome. Love her. And we also love Glenn, but sorry.
Poor Glenn.
Fran's one of the live chat, like the chat pack most beloved people. No one can give you.
She's definitely got a lot of charm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
JR Poole is here. ZZTH. Whoa, what a confusing name. I'm trying to put that together, but I
Her.
like it.
I might know who that
Um,
is.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? I don't.
Kind of like Sizzix, right? That road.
Yes, I'm so glad you know that road. It's like on the drive from LA to Vegas. There's this road called it's like spelled something like ZYZZYX or something like
Mhm.
that, right?
Mhm.
All right. Hello, ZZ. So good to see you. Matt Boardman as well, Chuck A, David Gregory, let's see, Peter C, and everybody that is silently lurking. Wait, Back of the Head is also here. That's our good buddy, Mr. John Orchiola, over at Screen Rant, of course. Hello, ZZ.
Oh my gosh, are we haunted? Is this a time fracture?
It's an episode of Ghosts by
this
Paramount
Voyager?
Plus. All right. So what's our big announcement today regarding the Lappy Awards, Dr. Mohammed Noor? I kind of more than hinted at it. But...
What I think would be really awesome, if you're up for it, Ryan, would be maybe we preview a couple of the things that people are going to be voting on, a couple of the categories we'll be voting on, maybe in the broader realm of Star Trek universe, or maybe for specific subsets of series like just the Legacy series, or maybe for even just one Legacy series. Be really fun to do a couple of those.
Yes.
Yep. Have you ever sent out a tweet or a post and you accidentally had caps lock on and then you're like, I don't feel like typing it again? That's what just happened. So if you see that, just know that, yeah, I know caps lock was stuck. I'm not yelling.
Not yelling.
All right. Well, should we ask everybody in the live chat if they want to start off with the categories, or should we just be like authoritarian dictators and just be like, oh, that's what we're going to do?
I think they're going to say yes, given we haven't given an alternative.
All right. So here they come. The first category is, let me pull that up because I'm so excited about the news too, by the way. You guys, have you heard that Denise Crosby, aka Tasha Yar, is joining the 7th Rule to review Next Generation episodes? She's never watched the Next Generation episodes through. She's seen a couple here and there. Sirach has not seen them. I have not seen them recently. and it's going to be the best. We're going to get to see Tasha Yar watching Tasha Yar 35 years later. It's going to be so freaking incredible. We'll talk about that a bit more because otherwise we won't get to these categories.
It's like bonus Tasha Yar episodes. I can't even wait.
I know.
I'm
I'm so
still reeling
excited
from her
about
death.
it that I'm putting the link in the live chat right now, so you guys can go check that
Ooh.
out while we're talking.
And that's not even all the seventh rule news too. There's other new things coming in seventh rule. So that's very exciting. We'll come back to that though.
So much. I want to talk about all of it, but then
I
it'll
want
just
to do
feel
a
like
deep dive into understanding it.
a seventh rule infomercial, which this will be shortly. But first, it's a Lappy Awards infomercial. So the first one, which one should we start with? Oh, we didn't even have a new one. Bummer. So
Well, let's do a last previously on. We already announced one of the categories for the Lappies a few weeks ago.
you are so right. Mohammed, you want to tell us what that one was?
I'll let Emery, she brought it up. Previously on the main viewer.
On the main viewer, we announced one of the new Star Trek categories, which is it encompasses every episode that came out from January 1st to December 31st, 2022. So, Ryan, do you want to announce it like in your word, in the exact words? Yes.
Alors, aujourd'hui, on va parler oh, not in my word.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Nice.
Sorry. Melissa understood what I was saying. Oh, do it in Arabic.
Sure. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yes, do it.
You can do it. Tell me you do it in English, and then I'll do it in Arabic. How about that?
Okay, like a translator.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then Melissa will do an interpretive dance.
Okay, I could do
She
that.
didn't seem that excited about it.
Well, it depends on what you're gonna say.
Oh yeah. So where were we? Oh yes. So just like we did last year, one of the categories, so this is one of the categories that will be a holdover from last year. Sometimes we'll have the same exact categories as before. Sometimes we'll do something new. This one is definitely going to be something we're going to be doing every year, which is best new Star Trek episode. What that means is just the best episode to come out at any point in 2022. That is going to be 15 episodes of Prodigy, like 13 episodes of Discovery, 10 episodes of, Discovery season 4, I should say, Picard, all of Picard season 2, all of Strange New Worlds season 1, and all of Lower Decks season 3. If that makes sense, because Star Trek absolutely spoiled us in 2022 with like 45, sounds like that's 45 new episodes. So you're going to have a lot to choose from. But that's what that one's going to be.
Ahsan Bernamic Star Trek Minnesota, in other words.
Amazing.
Yeah. Very cool. Zizi, that was for you.
There you go. She can correct me.
That was my dance.
Thank you,
Okay. So, and that one, I feel like that's one of the most obvious ones. I feel like if we didn't have that, people would say, what kind of an award show is this if you don't have a best episode of the year? Isn't that like the most important category of any award show? Basically, yes. So the first one that we are going to announce after that first one is going to be, this one is, and there are 3 categories, everybody. By the way, we have the legacy category, which is everything before 2017. So that's original series, animated series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise, and Voyager, right? And all of the movies. Sometimes we specify a series. Sometimes we have some that are movies. And then the next category, or the next grouping, is new stuff. That's everything 2017 and on. That's Discovery, Short Treks, Picard, Lower Decks, Strange New World, and Prodigy.
But for those, it'll be specifically 2022, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Those will all be specifically 2022, though, because we covered 2021 and all the way down to 2017 last time. So now they're just going to be specific to this year. And then the third grouping is, we call it Star Trek Universe, which is a combination of everything. It's all the old series, all the new and current series, all the movies.
Mature.
It's everything. What?
Mature, not old. I don't know.
Seasoned.
See,
That's a
Legacy.
terrible thing to call a
Seasoned.
guy.
Yeah, I like
Legacy.
Legacy. Yeah.
Okay.
Classic.
Legacy.
So
That's a good word.
anyway,
I like legacy.
so this first category, now that all those disclaimers or explanations are thrown out there, will be from the Star Trek universe. That means it includes, as Muhammad's showing you, everything.
Movies.
Everything. Fan fiction.
Fan fiction. Oh my gosh.
Everything on screen
Oh,
for official.
on YouTube, like fan film YouTube.
Yeah, official screen.
Okay. And that one is best musical instrument moment. Best musical instrument moment. And what that means, we're gonna have to be kind of specific with this one. This doesn't mean like somebody's singing and there's an instruments there's some instruments playing in the background. Yeah. What it means is, for example, Harry Kim playing his clarinet, right? Or Picard doing his Resican flute, right? Or Worf and Geordi playing their mandolin, right?
Or Odo playing the piano.
Yes. At Vix.
Good
Very
call.
good.
Good call.
Another one I was thinking was
Play Nightbird.
I don't know that.
Oh my god, you need a TNG rewatch.
What I was thinking is, would this count as an instrument moment when like Data and them were playing their instruments, which made Sarek cry? Remember that in Next Generation?
Exactly. I think
That's
all
got to
of
be an
those
instrument
forward.
moment,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Juliana Data and like
Mhm.
whoever the third or fourth person was in the trio or quartet. Nella, Darren, and Picard doing their duet and like the sweet spot of the whatever you call them.
I like Glenn Iverson's comment of the TOS fight music. I don't think that counts.
Well, I think it has to be like the people holding an instrument, right?
Yeah,
Brian?
we have to see
Like a
the
Vulcan
On screen.
lute.
Or
right?
Anne-Marie playing the piano for Melo Da for when Worf requested in Gambit Part 1 or 2. Love that one.
Her name was Anne Marie.
AMARI, yeah.
Oh, that with all the arms and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
So
had this little mini harp thing too, but I don't remember specific moments.
that wasn't that a lute?
Oh,
think
Oh, was that the
yeah.
loop? Oh, okay, was that the
Yeah.
loop? Okay.
So everybody in the live chat right now, give us your first impression guesses or ideas of which one you think would be the best instrument moment. Melissa, are we missing any? I bet we're missing a lot, aren't we?
That was, I referred to Riker trombone, by the way.
Oh, the trombone. Yeah.
Oh, Riker's trombone. Yeah. But which moment? He had a couple times, right?
Mhm.
My brain went somewhere else.
Melissa
you've
Longo.
you've been in Star Trek shit posting, looking at all their memes too much. It's like
I know.
ruined the word bone for me on TNG.
I blame that on Ryan, actually.
I'm not a very good. I'm not good with instruments.
Oh,
my gosh.
Matt Boardman mentioned Mariner. I forget what it was that she was playing, but I remember the start of one episode.
Right.
that
She was playing, I think, a guitar, and Tendi was pounding on electric drums.
Yeah,
But not
yeah.
before interrupting Brad Word's musical performance.
Yeah, what was he playing?
I forget.
Doesn't he play violin?
Way
I
more.
don't remember.
Maybe.
I just remember he was like
Forgot that.
playing with, like tuning it on that like Masks episode this season.
So this
Oh,
illustrates why we need those pre-polls on Facebook, so we can go back and watch all these
Yes.
great moments. And
They're
look at them,
literally-
like, oh yeah.
I feel like this one is going to be one of the ones that has the most write-ins. Kind
Yeah.
of like, because it's basically like the flip side to best singing moment last year,
Mhm.
which had, I think in the end, like 72 or something crazy.
Yes.
Right.
Did somebody already mention Spock's instrument? Oh, okay.
Good to confirm.
Okay.
Also, shout out to our good buddy
Oh.
Dead Purple 7. Ever since she's come back, now she can't get enough of us. She was gone for 6 months,
Dead
but
Purple 7.
welcome back, Dead Purple 7. She's an excellent cosplayer,
I
everybody.
guess one question is, what if they're playing music and singing at the same time, like Tuvok with his lute in that episode where like the kids age backwards?
That's okay, as long as they're
That's what I
playing an
think, too.
instrument, right?
Somebody
And,
asked if a
the same
boombox
person.
counts. That's not an instrument. That's a recording.
True.
Yeah,
And
it was electric guitar
Ah, okay.
for
Oh.
Mariner.
Awesome. Does a boombox count? I love that.
Hey, One Trek fan, welcome One Trek fan, welcome BL.
What about DJing like in music to make the sanest man go mad?
Technically, I think it is technically an instrument if you're actually scratching
Playing
and
it.
doing stuff,
Oh,
which I don't
yeah.
think they were they?
I think it was like it some random crew person was doing it. But yeah.
They were all random in the
Oh.
first season before we got to know them.
They were all ransom in the first season.
Yeah.
Good pun. I like it.
What about Prodigy? We haven't really seen any musical instruments in Prodigy, huh?
Not yet.
No.
I mean, we
What
had
about
a
Strange
grand
New
total of like
Worlds?
11.
Yeah, there was that musical cave, but they weren't really playing anything.
I'm surprised we haven't heard more people play music in Strange New Worlds. That seems like a Strange New Worldy kind of thing to pick up,
Agreed.
like a Star
Yeah.
Trek-y thing for them to pick up on.
Totally.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Should we talk about some other
Um,
categories?
Yes.
And was there any instruments in Discovery?
I'm sure there have been.
Hmm.
Like, how can I not think of it? How
I'm
does Tilly
sure-
not play something to help her?
I
Like,
know.
relax?
I know.
Tilly plays bass, like a stand-up acoustic bass.
With dark glasses.
Yeah.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that'd be epic.
Yeah.
She got some funk. She got some soul
Little
in her.
beatnik in her.
Mhm.
I can imagine Saru with some like weird instrument. I can totally see that
Yes.
happening.
Oh
Totally.
yeah, I bet he has some sort of theremin like analog.
Hmm.
Everybody in the live chat, let us know. This is very exciting. Since we have not seen, unless we're missing something, we have not seen any of the main cast of Strange New Worlds. That was 9 characters. We haven't seen them playing any instruments. Who do you think out of those 9 of the series regulars is the most likely to show up playing an instrument in season 2?
Ortega.
That's what I was thinking too.
Mortega. She's
We
gonna
want more
rock out.
Mhm.
Only because I say her only because we haven't seen enough of her.
Mhm.
I
I
mean, the low
think
hanging
if-
fruit is Spock, since we know he knows.
That's
We know he knows
true.
on planets.
Right,
that
this
is
is
true.
true.
We did
I was
see
thinking-
like his thing in his quarters. It was just on the wall.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
Maybe.
I was thinking Pike, if he plays anything, it'll just be like a wine glass. He'll be like,
Oh, that would be
you
funny.
know, that thing, like while he's doing his
Yeah.
little cooking
I
dinner
could see
things.
him kazoo
Yeah.
while he's like, or I mean harmonica, like while he's around the campfire after his
Oh.
horse
Kazoo's good.
ride.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would be a harmonica player.
And
I could see
then
that.
I feel like
We saw-
number
we saw
one
Saru
probably
could
plays
sing- or
classical
not, sorry.
music, too.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Well, along those lines, because obviously number one sings. So I'm like, I could see her doing classical music.
I want to see
Mhm.
Uhura playing a Casio keyboard in the 80s.
That'd
Of
be funny.
melodica.
She learned it in the whale movie
Mhm.
from that
Uh,
time. In
all
the
right.
80s.
What do you think, Muhammad? Muhammad's like, can we just get on to the next category? Ryan, you
I'm
always
good.
just
Oh, sorry. Adira cello. Duh. Awesome. Yeah. How did I forget?
Oh
that?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
she did.
good memory.
Or
Good
they
memory.
did, yeah.
Oh, right. Thank you, Bob D. I can't believe I forgot
Yeah.
that.
Very
That was
good.
Awesome.
Good
excellent,
memory.
excellent knowledge.
Because wasn't that one of Gray's memories?
Exactly.
Too? Gray's skills.
That was in one of the
So
first couple of
awesome.
episodes of season 3. That's right.
Oh, I love
Mhm.
that shot too. It was so beautiful. Okay. Whoops. Clearly, I need lots of rewatching.
Yep. Yep. Which is, yeah, we're going to have, well, I don't want to give too many spoilers there. We'll have to let that thought go. So the next category, the second one, is going to be in the legacy grouping. What were we calling those groupings? I don't remember those. Like
Legacy, Renaissance, and new.
But
And
I
then
mean, what
universe.
legacy? What legacy group? We can't call it
Legacy
legacy
Star Trek?
category.
Oh, it was
Legacy Tech?
No, Anne-Marie,
What are you saying?
you're so far off.
I don't understand
Like-
your question.
Like we can't say the legacy category and the universe category and the whatever, because category is what we're using for the actual question itself. So it's like legacy grouping, universe grouping,
Mhm.
new
Set.
stuff grouping. What's the
Oh.
word? That
The
section?
set.
Like kings play cards on
Section.
fat green stools.
I think it was maybe section.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Phylum.
phylum class.
Biological.
We're going back to
Kingdom?
our 6th grade biology class right there.
Yeah.
Genus.
Genus. Okay, so the second one is going to be a legacy section 1, and everybody knows legacy is everything from 2016 and before. And that category is, whoops, I opened the wrong thing. That's annoying. That category is, last time, this takes a tiny bit
Last time on.
last time,
Previously.
the 2023 or 2022 Lappy Awards, we had funniest TNG moment. Does anybody remember what was the funniest TNG moment according to our voters, pollers?
Wasn't it I'm Not a Married Man?
That's what I was thinking too. Was that the one?
The top 8 were Worf is not a merry man. Data asks Worf to take care of Spot. Picard wakes up next to Q. Jealous Picard recites Shakespeare. Riker and Guinan teach Wesley how to, whatever it was, talk to
Shut up,
girls.
kid.
Worf wants Q to die to convince them he is mortal. Data is searching and singing for life forms. That was a movie one, Generations.
Mhm.
Riker and drunk Deanna argue about the timeline. And the winner was Worf is not a merry man, just barely edging out Riker and Deanna arguing. So this year, since we did Next Generation, funniest moment, this year we are doing Deep Space Nine's funniest moment ever.
There's a lot to choose from, especially in the Ferengi episodes.
So much to choose from.
Division. I think it was Division.
I think Division is brilliant.
Vision.
Yes.
I think it was
Division.
Division. Yes. Thank you, BL.
Mm,
Love it.
Very, yeah.
that's
And
better
you know
than
what we
set.
should do? We should have them colored too. Like one is gold,
Mhm.
one is red, one is blue,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
divisions.
But which series? Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
So anyway, funniest Deep Space Nine moment. What do you guys have for us? What about when Nog was like, she's so stupid, she's perfect.
Or when he was calling the US Australia.
That's the one I was thinking of. Exactly. That episode just had so many amazing moments. Little
So
green
many.
men. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Or like they buy things that poison them.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
so
in
hilarious.
Little Green Men, when they're all going like this,
Oh, yeah,
and
that
they were
part.
doing
Yeah.
too much good stuff. Chuck A says Alamarain.
Magnificent Ferengi had a lot in it too.
Oh
A lot
my
of funny
gosh, the
moments.
earlobe lift. So
Yes.
funny.
The thing was
Or
trying
like,
to walk. as a
That's how I know
robot.
you're a changeling, and then like movies like hitting them on the head. So funny.
That was great. I love that one.
Oh, hang on. DJ Kitty Cat, I missed this, asks, did Rios have an instrument? I do think I saw him playing guitar. Didn't he play guitar in an episode?
Was it actually him or was it one of the hologram hymns?
Oh.
I thought that maybe he had. Anyway,
Maybe. I don't remember.
Feels like
so
he needs a musical affectation.
Mm.
I feel like,
There's
yeah,
so many funny ones.
I feel like the Ferengi episodes are the ones that are going to have the most nominations.
Even when Quark married Brilka, that had a lot of funny ones in there too.
I was
Like
just
when he was
thinking
trying to
that
explain to
too.
all the Klingons about how to
Oh my
figure
god,
out the assets,
the Excel spreadsheet
throws away
pad.
the thing. Exactly.
Or-
Just
or-
throws it away.
Or when Worf is controlling Quark with the batleth, and he's like, "Now I'm done."
Yeah.
That was another good
So
one. I
many
like it.
cute ones.
No, there's a lot to choose from there. I think we'll
I
have a
know.
rich set.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go through IMDb and look at every episode and be like, okay, what about this one?
Do you guys
There's so
think there are
many.
less funny moments in Deep Space Nine than Next Generation? It seems like maybe.
Well, I feel like
No, I don't think
TNG
so.
really like it wasn't as they were like little. I don't know. I feel like Deep Space Nine is more natural, so it's harder to think of them.
I mean, like, what's a funny episode
I
of
mean-
TNG? Like a whole episode, where there's lots of
full
funny
of data.
DS9 episodes, but
Yeah.
DS9 or TNG was lighter on the whole funny episode aspect.
Well, and then there was also Worf's death to the opposition. I mean, that
Oh,
That's
cracks me
yes.
up
hilarious.
That's a
every
great one.
single time.
Yes,
What
that
if
is an
Worf
A+
wins
one. Yeah.
everything?
Yeah,
He does. He's comic. It's funny
His
that
delivery is
they create
priceless.
the toughest, most intimidating character just to make him the comic relief. That's what creates the comic relief. But yeah, death to the opposition is
Oh.
A
just
great choice.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Scott Jensen, you're right. Come to Quarks, the commercial.
Oh yeah, Quark says
and the
fun.
mug.
Don't walk,
Yeah,
run.
don't walk, run.
The mug.
No free refills. Limit
Yeah.
free refills. Limit one.
Let's limit one.
Yeah, no free refills. And Worf was so angry about his mug too.
Yeah, that look you give them.
It's so cute.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh.
All right. So we've got a new poll, everybody, because they were clamoring for a new poll. And that poll is, and by they, I mean me, that poll is which show had more funny moments? The Next Generation or Deep Space Nine, or about the same? I felt like when you get like an eye exam, they go, oh, which one, number one or number two, or about the same? You go,
Oh my
can
god.
can I see number one again? One.
Yes, Chuck.
And can I
A.
see two one more time? Yeah, two, or about the same. About the same.
And
Mohammed,
Chuck
you got
A.
perfect eyes or something?
No,
You got
not at
perfect
all.
eyes?
Not at all. I just refuse to wear my glasses all the time. So I just squint.
Melissa, sorry, you were saying?
No, Chuck A says Kira pulls Thorn out of Ducat's butt. That's pretty funny.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty funny. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I just feel like the ones in Deep Space Nine generally are funnier. Like I'm thinking, like all the ones we've said, I would probably vote above just about all the TNG ones that were in the poll before.
They're a
But
little
maybe
bit
it's just
more
me.
subtle, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that adds to the charm because it works inside the story as well. It's not funny for funny's sake.
Yeah.
You're just, yeah.
Well, what about Q? Q was a laugh a minute.
I didn't think he was funny in Deep Space Nine.
No, Next Generation.
Mhm.
It was okay. It was, we had funny moments.
See, I feel like
like-
there were maybe more funny moments in Next Generation, but it seems like I'm in the minority here.
It's actually, now that I think about it, like Loxana was funny in TNG, I thought, in TNG and not Deep Space Nine. She's like an actually
Mhm.
developed character. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's also, I'm also biased because I watched TNG as a very little kid. So
Mm.
I had a different sense of humor and I like cracked up at every
Yeah.
little thing in a different, and it's more like nostalgic cracking up. So I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah, you can see that.
And it was so funny when they did it just because it wasn't a funny show.
I mean, the
Oh, that's a good
peptides thing, peptides
Oh
cake
my-
was
With
pretty
Big
funny.
Frosting.
Yeah, that
funny.
was pretty hilarious.
I like Miss. Okay, I know. We'll be done talking about TNG in a second, Ryan. But also Miss Annie when like Barkley programs like a whorehouse onto Alexander's computer program and Fistful of Datas, and Worf is like, I need to have a discussion with like whatever Barkley. So funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
I mean, there definitely were funny moments TNG, but I just feel like I can think of a lot more off
Deep
the top of my head
Space
from Deep
Nine
Space Nine.
Yeah, like as an
So
adult, I
cute.
chuckle.
Hmm. I mean, even Odo looking at the women dancing on stage in Bada Bing, that was pretty funny. And him being called Stretch was pretty funny too.
Yeah, it was.
That was
And
hilarious.
and Bajor being in New Jersey. That's pretty funny.
What about when Nog and Jake were squabbling in their new apartment or in their new quarters?
That was so cute.
And when Nog says they're called muscles, Jake, the things
Yes.
that go between your skin and your bones.
It's hilarious.
All right.
Or when Bashir and
Oh.
O'Brien give like this is also I guess Little Green Men when they give Nog the like Earth encyclopedia or whatever, and he's like, they're like, this will teach you everything you need to know about Earth, and he's like, will it teach you how to talk to women? That was hilarious. And, like, that whole auction to like get rid of Nog's stuff with like the ball racket that it turned out he had stolen from Kira, and also Worf with the tooth sharpener. So many good ones.
And all
A lot of
Dumons look alike.
There are a lot of trials and tribulations too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That wasn't
And
particularly
also,
a Ferengi focused one.
Also,
Yeah.
Garrick has some good one-liners. There's
Mhm.
so many. I feel like this write-in will get like pretty intense too.
Yeah, it's gonna have like 150 nominations.
But like the fun
Yeah.
thing about the ones that get so many write-ins is it's actually so fun to read the write-ins,
It is.
and like read them over and over, see which ones are like picking up steam. Like I just love this whole Lappies process.
Yeah.
It's like hours
It
and
is
hours.
fun.
I love every second of it. I'm such a nerd for this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So speaking of nerds, let's move on to the next category reveal. Well, wait, what are we missing in the live chat? I see Peter C says, no way, the Ferengi ruled comedy. Not even Lieutenant Broccoli can match the Ferengi. Yeah.
Was that a nomination? I don't remember that
Man.
one being nominated. I love that, but I don't remember that being
I don't think-
nominated.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it certainly didn't make the top 8 cut.
Mm-mm.
But oh my God, when Lieutenant Barclay was saying hi to Zephram Cochrane in First Contact, or for me, it was when Zephram Cochrane says, I got to take a leak. And Geordi's like, leak? I'm not detecting any leak. And he says, don't you guys in the 24th century ever pee? And he says, oh, leak. I get it. That's funny.
That's very you.
Best delivery, but the delivery was just so fun, and I loved it.
I like how Geordi says leak,
Yes.
because it's in a very different way than usually.
And he goes, and he's like, that's funny. Like kind of be like, I get it, with a pleasant chuckle. I don't know. I really like that moment.
I agree.
So the next category, you guys, this is going to be in the legacy division as well. So that's everything before 2017. And last year, or at the previous Lappy Awards, we had a category entitled Best Pilot or First Episode in a Legacy Star Trek Series. That's the best first episode of any series. That is the original series, The Cage, animated series, Beyond the Farthest Star, Next Generation, Encounter at Farpoint, Deep Space Nine, Emissary, Voyager, Caretaker, and Enterprise, Broken Bow. Do you guys remember who won that one?
Mm-hmm. Emissary.
Yeah. Emissary won that one. I felt like that. I don't know.
I didn't know. Well, I don't know. Caretaker, I thought, I couldn't tell which would win. I think I voted for Emissary, but Caretaker was a great pilot.
Caretaker tied for third place.
With Broken Bow?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, no. It did get second. You're right. It did get second. Okay. Anyway.
Because we didn't
so the
announce
point is,
the other places.
The point is, I know
Diamond.
we're going to delete that. We're going to edit that out. Oh, it's live. So the point is, last time we did best first episode in a legacy Star Trek series. So of course, This time we have to do best final episode in a legacy Star Trek series. That is the best series finale. What are those? What's
really
the
going to be
best?
down to 3 for sure. It's not going to be.
What
Exactly.
What was the last episode of original series?
It's the one with where Kirk switches bodies with that Janet Lester person. I forget the name of the
Yes.
episode. Yeah,
Which is called the one with the Kirk switching bodies with. What's the? But who knows what the final animated series episode
Again, who
is?
knows? And then there's Enterprises.
Got some
right.
homework to do.
Those
They're
are
down to
3
3.
that are
it's the
automatically
counterclock incident for TAS.
Oh, okay. That's actually a pretty good one.
So basically, it's going to be between Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Next Generation. Probably are going to be the 3 big ones.
But we'll see. Maybe we'll be surprised.
Those are 3 really good series
They
finales.
really are.
Though.
That's a tough one.
I'm glad I don't vote on
Very
these because I don't
tough.
know. I don't know where I'd go with that.
Very tough.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Turnabout Intruder is what
yeah.
we call that.
Chuck A
That's
got
the one.
that. Thanks. Robert Kaiser says the best finale must be the original series.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You can vote that way. I
Yeah,
don't
you
think so.
totally can. So anyway, that's going to be a big one. Mohammed, if that poll were happening right now, where would you go? What would you vote?
It's really hard. I think by a millimeter, I might go with the TNG one. By like a millimeter.
To
But
an
it's so
android,
hard
that
with
is
both
nearly
of the
eternity.
other 2.
It's so hard.
Because that was an amazing ending. I mean, the other 2 were also really, really strong. But I might go with a millimeter for the TNG one on that one.
All good things. What about you,
Okay.
Melissa Longo?
I'm gonna go with Deep Space Nine. I think it opened really strong and closed really strong, and it felt like I was on a journey for 7 years that ended in a way that it might end naturally.
Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel.
Oh, I don't know.
Say Voyager round us out.
I kind of
know.
actually. So first of all, it depends what day you ask me. I change my mind like every day on this question. I think Endgame was so good, with the exception of I wanted it to end like after they got back to Earth, so that I knew like a little bit more information. But I cry every time in a way I don't like. I don't like that Cisco disappears. TNG's
Hey,
such
spoilers.
a good one. I don't know. It's so I don't. If I have to vote today, I might say Endgame, but I don't know. I know like
There you go.
All
Rounds
the
us
Things
out.
is the most acclaimed one, and then I don't know. It's so hard.
Hey, here's something I was
Also,
thinking.
I barely watched Deep Space Nine's finale because I hate seeing it end. So I've only
Oh,
actually
yeah.
seen the finale of Deep Space Nine a couple times. It sounds crazy.
I blubber. I'm a mess at the last episode of Deep Space Nine. Yeah.
That's probably like one of my
wrecks
least watched
me.
episodes.
We've
That's
put in the
tear up.
poll
It's
right
fine.
now, or we put in a poll right now that says which has the best series finale, Next Generation, Voyager, Deep Space Nine, or Enterprise. YouTube only allows 4. Otherwise, we would put in animated series and original series. Now, again, this doesn't count for the Lappy Awards, but this is just a nice barometer. It's a nice, fun little barometer to see. And also, or Mohammed, did you have something to say? Otherwise, I was
I
going
was
to.
gonna say I do tear up at that last scene of Endgame. The combination of getting home and the baby's born.
beautiful.
Like, oh,
The baby's born. Oh my gosh, that moment gets me every
Oh.
time.
Yeah.
And also,
You
like
tear up.
every time you hear Admiral Paris come on and Tom Paris can hear
Richard
him.
Hurd.
Oh
Good
my
buddy.
God, I cry every single time that happens in the
Yeah.
show. It's amazing.
Mm.
Amazing.
Here's
television.
something. This is something I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And I love this idea. And you guys are going to probably poo-poo on me so hard, but I'm going to fight for this thing. So we'll see what happens. I was thinking that as the 2023 Lappy Awards draw near, I think a couple times in the main viewer, we could have polls that actually do affect the Lappy Awards. For example, if we have the winner of a poll be like an automatic into the
Ooh.
final 8 nominations.
That could be fun,
I
like
like
a
it.
like
You know
a
what I'm-
wild
Oh
card.
my, ooh, this is like Project
Like if-
I
Runaway.
love
Like if
that.
we have, let's say we have like a best, I don't know, Lower Decks episode, for example. And then in the live chat, it's clear which ones are the kind of the 4 favorites or something. We put up the 4 favorites, and the one that wins automatically goes into the finals. It's like a freeway to the finals, and everybody else has to duke it out, but they get a bye week. You know, in sports, this is a bye week.
It's like Monopoly. Don't get out of jail or pass go.
Yes, boardwalk.
Collect $200 and you're already in there.
That's right. And
JR Poole says good idea, and BL says yes, wildcard would be cool.
absolutely. I think it would be so fun, especially because
Love that.
like these polls are fun, but what if every once in a while these polls actually meant something, and then you guys could single-handedly just push this thing, your favorite thing, up into the finals, and then everybody else is duking it out for the other 5 slots or whatever. Could be fun.
I like that idea a lot.
We don't need to do that for this category, which has the best series finale, because there are only 6 possibilities. So we don't need to narrow it down. Those 6 are already automatically going into the finals because there are only 6 options.
And there's
right
0
now-
votes so far for Enterprise.
And very few for Voyager.
I actually would have liked it if they hadn't killed Triv.
Yeah.
Well, you made it quiet.
But I
there.
also believe that he's not dead. I believe Section 31 transported him out.
Hmm.
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 Yeah. So anyway, I'm glad everybody likes that idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It
Great
should
idea.
be fun. And it's fun.
And
I just want to have fun.
Yeah. And it gives the polls weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I had another fun idea. And we're just throwing these out live, everybody. This is how we do the Lappy Awards. We just start throwing ideas at each other. And I feel like I usually throw them at Muhammad, because when I look at Muhammad when I say this, because he's usually the toughest judge. I think he's the guy. Oh, he sneers. He says he grew up eating cat food, sneaking like cat food out of the garage, and that to like harden.
Wait, is that a thing though? The kids on Bob's Burgers love doing that too. I'm like, what? I never had a cat, so I don't know.
Although
I was
will
strictly
say,
dog food.
when I was a kid, I did try doggy treats.
Were they good?
They weren't bad.
They were bad.
They weren't bad. Like, it wasn't nasty, but like the little bones that
Milk
were
bones.
Oh, BONZ.
Yeah.
Oh no, those are the
Or
candy ones. Never mind.
bones.
Yeah.
What about the cat treats that are like little chewy things, little squishy nibbles? Anne-Marie almost threw up.
No, okay,
I
wait.
think someone
So,
had some catnip here.
sorry, I got distracted by the live chat. Sorry. So are we done with categories?
No, we
No,
have
there's
one more.
Okay.
Okay, I was going to tell you guys another fun idea, but if you just want to go for
Okay,
it too.
fine. Tell us another fun idea.
No,
No.
nobody wants to hear it.
Come
We'll
on, just spill it.
Okay. Sorry, Muhammad, you're outnumbered.
I'm nodded.
Okay.
I'm in. I'm nodded. Go for it.
So, if you'll recall, in the 2022 Lappy Awards, Anne-Marie makes the funniest face when she's reading the live chat.
No.
In the 2022 Lappy Awards, we had a second award ceremony kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And it was for 2017 to 2020, because we kind of needed to cover those. We called those the what the heck did we call those? Okay.
I don't remember now.
The Renaissance.
Renaissance, thank you, because that was
That's
the
it. Yeah,
Renaissance of
completely.
Star Trek. It was being reborn, which is what Renaissance means.
Right.
So I was thinking, oh, well, we might be able to do like a little additional thing there. And I was thinking, and you'll definitely hate this idea, but I love it, which is kind of a few just for fun categories, like not best series or funniest episode, but for example, like who on the Enterprise would be the best bowler, right? Because it's not something you've seen and can actually like verify and say like this is the best one. It's just like theoreticals. They're like theoretical categories. Who on the Enterprise would be the best bowler? The reason I say Enterprise is because if you say Next Generation, people say, well, Data, because Data is an android and he can do it. And if you say Deep Space Nine, they'll say, well, Julian Bashir, because he's genetically enhanced or what. So it's like, well, Enterprise, they don't have anybody like that.
Or similar to who on Deep Space Nine would like mac and cheese the best?
Ooh.
Oh, these are really fun.
See? Things like that.
I love that.
And so we'll have a few of those that are just fun. And then those we can definitely, have like narrow them down here on live shows.
And
like
then we
this.
can sell merch with people for the winner wearing, like whoever the winner is wearing a bowling shirt.
Or wearing mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Or we can just send them a box of Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So the final category, thanks for humoring me there. The final category is last year we did best fling, right? Best fling. And that was a fun one because people would like argue about what is a fling, what's a real romance, what was a marriage that turned into a fling.
It was a teen magazine up in those preliminary.
Definitely Ducat win.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. It was a teen magazine's dream.
Ew.
Yeah.
So actually this one could win this next category, Dr. Noor.
It's true.
This next category is for the full universe. That means all series and all movies, old, new, current, seasoned, whatever you want to call it, all of the Star Trek universe that is canon. And the category is best kiss. Best kiss. And
Ducat
Muhammad, yes, I'm totally with you. Gul Dukat and Kai win. We should have a vote right now to get Dukat and Win into the finals. the freeway into the finals.
Oh, that's the wild card. Ew.
More ways than one.
But to bring it to current Trek, there was a very sweet kiss that Gwyn gave to Zero in this last episode of Prodigy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most moving one for me would be the Culber Stamets one when Culber was dead and they were saying goodbye. I was like, that was just like it was heartbreaking.
Yeah, but there was only one kiss that stopped the whole promenade.
Yes.
True.
Totally
Good
agree.
point.
Totally
Which one
agree.
was this?
Odo and Kira.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. You guys love your Odo and Kira.
I thought it was
Also-
Kira with what's his name, the first guy.
Ryle.
Oh,
But you know
no.
what?
Time didn't stand still between them.
Yeah,
Time moves
exactly.
faster.
Exactly.
I think
Oh
Captain
my
Picard
goodness.
and Bosch were so hot. Okay,
You
what?
guys, Bob D has the winner right now. Peanut Humper and Raw Dog.
Oh shit.
Right?
Okay, we're gonna, if that doesn't make the finals, we're gonna try and get that on the finals through a poll in the live chat.
Yeah, we'll
That's
just be like,
amazing.
yep, it totally made it to the finals.
I think we
don't know
should have
what
that
happened.
category of worst kiss.
That one totally had tongue too.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Most graphic kiss.
It was
Oh my
most
gosh.
graphic.
Yeah. And there's some people that haven't seen Lower Decks that are like, did he just, hey, there's no way he said Peanut Humper and Raw Dog. Oh, we did.
Yeah.
And you just are missing out. You got to watch Lower Decks.
Yeah, with
Lower
Siraj.
decks, lower decks.
Mhm.
Lower decks, lower decks.
So
Oh my gosh.
the winner of the poll is Next Generation with 50% of the votes. Deep Space Nine, 38%. Voyager, where it belongs, at 12%.
Aw.
And Enterprise with 0. Aw.
Yeah,
Poor
Not wrong.
Enterprise.
Not wrong on the
No.
last one.
it was a pretty crappy ending.
I mean, the amount of time that people like in the show apologize about that one.
Yeah. They got robbed, I think. They got robbed.
I'm with you. Somebody might argue that that's not really the last episode, it's the one before.
I
Yeah.
actually like that episode. I love that Dave Gregory said you
It was a
cannot
mid-
unsee that.
Yeah. If it's a mid-season thing they just had once, like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Right,
But
right.
but as
But
a
not to
finale.
close the book on
Exactly.
an entire show and to make it about another show. That's kind of crappy.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the consensus. I feel like it's very rare to hear anybody say, no, I thought it was actually really good. I remember
Only because I didn't watch
feeling a little
Enterprise
let down when I
when it
first
came
saw it
out.
too.
Yeah.
Well, and it caught
Um,
me by surprise when I was watching it, and I was like, wait, that's the end?
See, when I saw it, I watched it on Netflix and I was like, oh my God, we get to see Riker again. Yes. And
Which was cool.
Troy.
But then I
I'd so
thought
much
the
rather
same.
see
I
them
was
than
super
any other character
excited.
on Enterprise. So
Oh, you
I actually
watch
liked
your
it.
mouth. You son of a.
Oh,
I
except
wanted
for
3
Phlox.
more seasons of Enterprise, and I wanted half of those episodes to be either focused on Travis or Hoshi and give them the love that they
Yeah.
deserve.
They really
Because-
did deserve more love.
Yep. I wanted to see at least 10 Travis episodes and 10 Hoshi episodes. I mean, 3 more
Did
seasons
you
would have
like
been
the ones that we
75.
already had?
I didn't like the Beauty and the Beast one. Was terrible with
I don't need any
Hoshi,
more.
right? That one
Yeah.
was. Oof.
Yeah, but that's because of the writing just didn't showcase her potential as a character. There was so much potential for her as a character to be the one who developed the universal translator. How amazing is that?
Yep.
And then Travis to be born off world.
So
And-
interesting.
It's
Plus,
so
Hoshi
interesting.
Hoshi could have been the first person picked every time they go on an away mission just because of her
Yes.
translation skills and her knowledge. And Travis would have been great for that kind of stuff as
Mhm.
well. I don't know. I just felt like they
Yeah, you're
were
right.
copying the mold of the original series of like the triumvirate of the top 3 people, to Paul, Trip, and Archer, and that was it. And then the other 4 just kind of got left behind. But I would have liked a little bit more. But a lot of this is just because they only got 4 seasons. So if they had 7 seasons, we would have just gotten more of everything, including the other guys. Like for example, we didn't get in an original series. They only had 3 seasons. They didn't have a lot of Uhura episodes or
Right.
Chekhov episodes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. I think that's kind of a cop out too, though, because you can build universe better if you use the people who are there to support you and your main characters.
Mhm.
Especially
The main-
after they
the
saw
main-
how
Plus, I
well it
liked
turned
them.
out for Deep Space
Yeah.
Nine and other shows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it was like too little too late, because obviously they always say they're planning on bringing Strand to the bridge in season 5 as if it happened, as if it had happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So those are the categories. Melissa, which of those 4 are you most excited about? I'm going to ask that as a poll too.
It's a toss-up between funniest DS9 moment and best kiss. those could have some very interesting answers to both of them and moments.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
What about you, Doctor?
I agree with Melissa, but maybe Kiss just slightly more because I love shipping. Hard to say.
Shipping.
But I'm very excited to read all the write-ins for both of those.
Mm-hmm. Same. Which category are you most excited for, Mohammed Noor?
I think I'm most excited for the funniest DS9 moment. I think it's just gonna be so much fun, just like reminiscing on all those great instances. I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
But all of them sound great. I'm excited
Okay.
for all of them.
And like the other thing that's really fun with the funny moments and funny whatever questions is just like seeing how Star Trek really appeals to everybody's different senses of humor. Like sometimes the write-ins, I'm like, that was okay. But like it'll get way more votes than I would have expected. And I'm like, how do they just nail every sense of humor so well? It's amazing. Like only Star Trek can do that. So good.
Yeah. It's very
All right.
true.
So I just put in the poll, which new category are you most interested in?
The best instrument. Maybe it's
the
my favorite.
best
Sorry.
musical instrument moment. That is universal. That's everything, all movies, all episodes, old and new, everything. Funniest Deep Space Nine moment, obviously that's specifically Legacy. Best last episode in a Legacy series, that is Legacy. Or best kiss, that is Universe. That is it could even be like Jayla and Kirk. Did they kiss in? I don't remember.
Marta and Kirk.
No.
In Star Trek 6. I know what you're saying. I don't know if they kissed or not.
Do Melora and Bashir kiss when they're floating in the air?
So. They
the
do
flying across there,
when I think back. Oh, gosh. Good old Melora.
Okay, but I'm changing my
What's the
answer to
guy
best
from-
musical instrument. I'm like,
Wasn't it the guy from Counterpoint in Voyage? I mean, I remember he and Janeway had a fairly big kiss there, like halfway through the episode.
So hot. Is it like Kashyyyk? Right?
Kashyyyk, that's it. I think that is it. Good memory. Wow.
I watch Counterpoint so much because it's like one of the hottest episodes.
That is very
great
similar
episode.
to the Wookiee homeworld.
Steamy.
The Wookiee homeworld in Star Wars is Kashyyyk, spelled with 3 Y's, strangely enough.
Oh.
Yeah. Prax. I love that episode so much. God, that's such a good end. And such a good use of Mueller.
Did we get a kissing scene in the Beauty and the Beast episode with Hoshi and Enterprise?
I don't know.
Because that was probably pretty steamy, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, we also got a kiss in Deep Space Nine between Eddington and his wife.
Oh, that was
yeah,
so cold.
Mm-hmm.
There was no passion in that kiss whatsoever. I don't think. He's been in
Eddington
jail for
did
how
nothing
long?
wrong. Yeah, I bet he didn't brush
That's a
his
good
teeth.
point.
And they were like, hi, nice to see you
And
again.
they're newlyweds. Yeah.
Exactly. I was very disappointed with that kiss. I was like, come on, where's the passion? Where's the heat?
But
I
yeah,
should
and
be on
obviously
fire right now.
the rejoined Dax and I can't remember the other lady's name.
Meridian?
Will be in the
Oh,
room.
yes.
That was pretty good.
That's gonna be pretty
Yeah.
high up. You're right. That
Yeah,
is
where
gonna
if
be
you like
pretty
watch it
high
on a
up.
big stream, you see spit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And Esri and the Intendant's kiss was pretty good too.
In what way?
There's lots of Tom and B'Elanna ones.
Oh, I love those, but
Lots
oh my
of
gosh,
those.
I love Picard's Bosch kisses. They are just amazing.
And what about T'Pol and Trip? They had some kisses.
They
So
did.
hot.
They most certainly did.
See you guys.
That's
What
like some of
about
the couples I love, like Picard and Crusher and Troy and Riker. Like it's so like just over 7 years. It's not like as pinpointable for me.
Right.
It's less exciting, huh?
Well,
Ooh, and Peters, he says Grilka and Quark.
Good one.
What about Dax and Worf's first kiss when they were wrestling?
Oh yeah, that was
so
pretty good.
Much. But I almost
Jadzia
think-
Dax, not Esri in this case.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
the same for both, really.
You're
Although
right.
That one's pretty hot too.
Or when they're reunited after they've been on 2 different ships and they're like, Ooh, see, that's
Yeah.
how Eddington and his wife should have been, not
Yep.
this.
Oh my God, these are such good categories.
Okay.
We are going to have
So-
so much fun talking about these.
Let's move on to the news of the week. The poll, it seems pretty clear that most people are most excited with the funniest Deep Space Nine moment. 57% of you are saying that is what you're most interested in, with 17% of you saying best kiss. That's Anne Marie voting 4 times.
No, yeah, I have 4 accounts.
And best musical instrument and best last episode in a legacy series are tied with 13%.
Yeah, Anne Marie already said that she was voting for
I voted for musical instrument.
Yeah.
As hard as it was to decide, like there's the thing with music from Star Trek is that then every time you hear those songs or even see the instruments, it automatically puts me back to that like moment in Star Trek, and that's such a like transcendent quality that music has that lends itself to Star Trek really well. So that's why I had to go with musical instruments, but I love them all so much.
Oh no.
So here's some news of the week, everybody. Right now, people are like, oh yeah, I forgot you guys are supposed to cover news, right? Well, there wasn't much news in Star Trek this week.
This is news too.
It is.
Yeah, well, this
The
is
Laffy
huge
Awards
news.
are a pretty big
Oh.
deal.
Hey, how many, here's a trivia question. In the history of Star Trek, from the cage to now, how many Star Trek awards ceremonies have there been? Frickin' 1.
I thought it was
Hours.
multiple
You're right,
choice.
you're right,
Frickin'
Melissa.
one.
This is very big Star Trek news because it's the
Mhm.
one and only.
Yeah.
Yep.
We still need to
So-
talk also briefly about the Indiegogo a little more too.
Which is
Oh.
another big Star Trek news.
Well, if I had known, then I would have had it already pulled. Oh, wait, what do you know? Here it is, everybody. So the 7th Rule has an Indiegogo happening right now. You could become a member. You can get shout outs. You can get special thanks. You can just show your support. You could just say, here's $1 because I want to support the Denise Crosby to 7th Rule to review Next Generation movement. You want to say, hey,
You could get
I
your
just wanna
holiday
show my
shopping
support.
done.
yes.
I mean, for people to get to meet Sirach and Denise
Yeah.
Crosby, that's pretty amazing.
It's a
Mhm.
great deal for that. It's much cheaper than buying autographs at a convention.
Yeah.
And you get like
Let me-
actually to interact, not just like, oh, I got this thing, you know.
Actually, let me
And
just
beyond
point
like
this
2
out.
minutes or a minute of cameo.
Right.
That's a good point. Let me just point this out. What if you're the kind of person that likes to get gifts for people during the holidays, right? Or what about if you're somebody that is going to be receiving gifts from the holiday? What are you like me where you say, I don't want more stuff.
Right.
I don't need more stuff. I don't want to throw away a bunch of wrapping paper.
Mm.
I don't want to toss a bunch of boxes and plastics that don't recycle well or all this stuff. What about if you just don't want more stuff? You don't want to waste more stuff. This is absolutely 100% no waste, perfect for the environment. By the way, everybody, go look into that environment thing. There's some things that you can do a little better.
Mhm.
But this is great because, these are the kind of things I get from my brother all the time because he's even more environmentally conscious than I am. And so if I'll send him like an email with some kind of, or sometimes I'll be like, I donated to this animal charity in your name or something
Oh,
like
Climate
that.
tree.
awesome.
And he loves that kind of hippie crap. I
Yeah.
mean, sweet stuff. And because there's no waste and it's very thoughtful and something that people love is experiences. You want
Yeah.
an experience, you want a memory, a forever memory, and you could provide that for somebody else and they will remember that forever and appreciate it forever, hopefully. So point
I mean,
is,
it's Tasha Yar.
you can
It's
do
Rock
that
Lofton.
here. You can get all your holiday shopping done here, or you could get yourself a holiday gift, which is pretty awesome. I got myself a holiday gift, a He-Man shirt, and I just ordered it a couple of days ago, and I can't wait till it arrives. And when it does, I'm going to wear that out of it.
How much is
Which
it for?
one?
I got the orange Triclops one, even though that didn't win the poll in Star Trek and Chill. People said I should get these puppies
The
are sick
Jim?
one.
Oh,
But I was like, I just like I don't have an orange shirt other than San Francisco Giants shirts. And you can get jumped for that kind of stuff here in LA. But anyway, what were you saying, Mohammed? Oh no, I think he froze.
my guess is he was going to ask how much for the round table perk for like 1 month of that, because that would, I always think that's a really great starting point, because they get you like a really solid interaction on a Zoom. That would be way more money on any other platform.
Well, if he were to ask that question, the answer would be $60, and you can hang out with your favorite Star Trek actors. Hopefully they're your favorites. For $60 for like an hour and a half. We usually hang out. You can ask them questions, you talk, you hang out. It also comes with a Seventh Rule membership and a bunch of other kinds of cool access items. You have access to our Patreon or our Discord. You have access to our Facebook group, or you could do it for an entire year, which is one day out of every month for an entire year, and that is $450. But there are only 2 of those left, so you got to jump on that quick. That is the Lieutenant tier. They've all been claimed except for 2, so jump on that quick. But anyway,
how much is 1 month Lieutenant?
That is 60.
60. So that's so think about that compared to a Cameo. That's a much better deal.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
it
it's
can
a
get
whole
recorded.
hour.
Yeah.
Look at
And a
that, 2
half.
pips.
Mhm.
And then this one is for 1
not
year.
included.
That's not included. True.
As Sirach reminds
my
us,
God.
Pippin ain't easy. So he made that joke.
It's hard out here for a pip.
So let's get on to a little bit more news. Everybody check that out. I'm going to put the link in the live chat one more time, and then we're going to fly through a little bit more news. A lot of the news items of the week were just kind of like fun things. So this is in the live chat. We put the Indiegogo campaign, and we'd love your assistance there and you having some fun with us. So Melissa, we're going to need your help on this one. It is from our good friends over at trekmovie.com. Robert Picardo has a pitch to play the Doctor again in live action Star Trek. Look at this face. That is such
I just
the
have to
perfect
interrupt
Bob
really
Picardo
fast
face.
to mention this article is based on a podcast episode with Ian Spelling called The
Ooh.
Companion. And so he was a special guest for their monthly interview. And then this got written up because of that podcast interview episode. Okay.
We do love
We
Ian
love
Spelling.
Ian Spelling. Yeah. Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's great, because I have not read this, but we do love Ian Spelling, and that's a great shout out to him. Melissa, what's the theory? Do you remember? What's the pitch?
I'm not sure. It was something similar to him being the EMH again, but aging the EMH in a specific way, so it makes it feel more authentic.
Yeah, people like Picardo and Brent Spiner always like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to play something that doesn't age. Quit trying to
Exactly.
bring me back.
Yeah.
But
Like
if you
Q
do
with
it
the
right.
snap and doing that too, right?
Mhm.
Right. But yeah, he said it was probably pretty easy to bring him back, and I don't remember the details because it was
Well, let's just take a
few
quick look.
days ago.
This was Picardo says, quote, I'm really happy that Kate is now talking openly about it now that they've established the precedent with Star Trek Picard. There's a passion in the audience out there to see the legacy actors again in new stories mixed with wonderful younger new actors. So it's certainly something I'm open to, and the character lives on inside of me. He says, I could easily play Doc Zimmerman again because Zimmerman is in the same timeline as certain of those Star Trek series. Of course. Yeah, that's, that's definitely a good one. To me, it's a funny idea. What I would find very funny is to have the Doctor and Zimmerman working together.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a 40-year-old person. Imagine your 18-year-old self working side by side with you during the day on some very critical or important mission. Wouldn't that annoy the hell out of you? Yeah, I can answer yes. 18-year-old me, I'd be like, somebody shut this
So
kid up.
annoying.
I think there are a lot of comic possibilities if you can age down the Doctor to do a scene now that there's a giant age gap between the Doctor, who's 41 or 42, and his late 60s creator. Interesting.
I mean, I kind of feel like Doc Zimmerman would change the like subroutines immediately so that they look the same age, because you wouldn't want to have to like see
Look at him,
TMH.
younger
Yeah.
self. Yeah.
Do you know that this has been explored before in a fan film series, a fan-made series called Star Trek Renegades, of which I was a part, and Robert Picardo did
What?
play Dr.
Mhm.
Louis Zimmerman, and he had a very hot kissing scene, by the way, like we were talking about earlier,
Ooh.
with Miss Sean Young. Do
Mhm.
you remember the sci-fi actress Sean Young?
Yeah,
Anybody?
Blade Runner.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh wait, is she
Good
the one who
knowledge.
did Daeyoung? Is that correct? Like
I
the
don't
one who was in
know.
Deep Space Nine as Odo's first intimacy?
No,
Okay.
that was Ezri's mom.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Oh, yeah, good knowledge. So everybody go check out Star Trek Renegades. Actually, in the live chat, have any of you seen Star Trek Renegades? It was directed by our good buddy, Mr. Tim Russ. Who else was in there? Edward Furlong was in it, which is pretty cool, from the Terminator movies. And God, there's so many people in it. I can't even, like, Walter Koenig was in it. What's his name? Herb Jefferson Jr. from the original Battlestar Galactica.
Was
Corin
Michelle-
Nemeth was in it.
Was Michelle in
She
that
was
one?
in the later
The
one.
second
in
one.
the second one.
Yeah.
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 That's what I'm trying to remember, which one, who was in
Right.
which, because
right.
she and Beltran and Terry Farrell and Aaron Eisenberg and yourself, Melissa, and myself actually were, and Hanahate were in the second one.
Second one. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk more about that some other time, or maybe not, but it'll definitely be a thing. So next is, let's see if anybody's. Glenn Iverson says, I saw the Renegades preview in the theater, plus I have the DVD. Nice.
oh, nice. Scott Jensen said, I love the Renegades.
Hell yeah. He says a Renegades fan group is how I found the seventh rule. Whoa, that's awesome.
Oh.
Love it.
Oh, John
that's
O'Keefe went to a
fun.
Renegades premiere. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Huh.
Pretty badass. Okay.
Small world.
So
Universe.
here's another one. And our good buddy John Orchiola is in the live chat. So he knows this article very well. It is from screenrant.com. How old is Enterprise, or how old Enterprise's T'Pol would be if she returns in Strange New Worlds? So
172-ish.
is that correct?
That's what he says in the article.
Awesome. Perfect. Oh, look at her with her hair down.
Aw.
Like the good old days. I got to see Enterprise again.
Yeah.
So 172-ish, which
It's younger than Sarek was in TNG.
is very doable.
Very. Yeah.
She and Dr. Phlox and even Ambassador Saval can
Mhm.
all come back. I mean, the
Mhm.
humans be a little tougher. They'll be
Super.
super old. They could do it.
Mhm.
I mean,
We
like
had
McCoy did
bones.
in TNG. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. And that's what he said in the article. It could be akin to McCoy in TNG in the first episode.
Maybe they'll do it with Archer.
Yeah. But also
that.
Enterprise played so much with time, I think, that could be a thing as well, as they could play with time with T'Pol as well.
Do you know what they could do? They could have Archer's dog rematerialize all of a sudden in Strange New Worlds.
You know, like in
So cute.
like in
Or
the
like
last
his-
episode of the Orville when they had their tuna salad sandwich or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly like
Yes.
that. It's like
Yeah.
it's Porthos.
That would,
Ah, have your
and then
cheese
he
ready.
farts his cheese out. Yeah.
I love that.
And we want to thank, I want to personally thank, I hope you guys do, our good buddy John Orchiola for making a lot of really cool Star Trek content on ScreenRant.com. He's really pushing Screen Rant to cover Star Trek more and more and more. And he's doing an amazing job of it because he gives us a lot of cool stuff to talk about and read about and think about and mull over in our heads.
Yeah. They're great conversation starters, and it's a fun way to say what if and use your imagination for these people that we love so much.
Speaking of our imagination, Chuck A reminds me that I used my imagination a little too hard. It was an egg salad sandwich, I guess, not a tuna salad sandwich. Good catch there, Chuck A. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome, John Orkila. He says, thank you, guys. Okay. Do we have time for one more news item real quick?
Maybe we could do, oh, you go first.
No,
I was
what
going
do
to
you got
say
for
we
us?
could do the one that sort of leads into our outro about like Prodigy this week. But
Oh, yeah, I was just pulling that up from our good buddies at trekmovie.com. See Star Trek Prodigy, visit the strangely familiar in first images from all the world's a stage. What?
And it's an Aaron Wilkie episode. Yeah.
Oh my
Crazy.
goodness.
The best.
You guys,
Oh my gosh.
the
And
pressure
already
is
Twitter
on.
is a buzz wondering, everybody's trying to figure out where in actual space the protostar is right now, like to try and guess what this article, like what this episode could possibly reference. And
Right,
Larry
because-
Nemechek is weighing in because he wrote the book Stellar Cartography. And he's like,
Cool.
well, we haven't been able to update it in a few series. Like Twitter, I mean, in addition to all the other crazy things that are going on, Twitter is also a buzz about trying to pinpoint where protostar is. But yeah, sorry to interrupt.
Mhm.
That picture is amazing all by itself. I love the alien in the background.
Are they zombies?
I don't know. It looks really cool.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Look at that.
I know.
I
Sometimes
love the uniform.
Prodigy makes me want to play, like, I wish Star Trek had a Sims.
Oh, that would be
version.
amazing.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah,
Marie.
we need that. I love Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have jumped on this sooner.
One time
In the
I
live
got
chat,
addicted to Sims and I never left my basement for like a week or two.
in the live chat, everybody let us know, what do you think is going on in this Star Trek Prodigy episode? Because as you know, Aaron Walke did the Kobayashi Maru episode where he brought back Uhura and Scotty and Odo. And who was the other one?
And
Crusher.
Gates.
Beverly.
Yeah, Beverly.
Avale? Yeah.
And so this guy does the deep dives and he does the love letters to Star Trek. So he really raises the bar for himself. So if it's an Aaron Walke episode, it's going to have some stuff. What do you got for us, Mohammed?
Yeah, so Mick Jost from Cinema Blend says, not to get anyone too hyped, but this week's Star Trek Prodigy is in my personal top 2 of best Trek episodes released this year.
Wow.
I do absolutely.
Wow, he should
love
vote for the
Mick
on the
Jost.
lappies.
Right.
We actually need to have him on. I love him.
Yeah, he has a lot of good content.
Yeah.
Actually, this leads us into talking about this week. I'm just going to, before
Can
we
we do
get
the
into
trivia?
this week, yes, but before we do that, I'm going to tease what's going to happen this week since we're talking about it right now, which is that, obviously, Bonnie Gordon joins the 7th Rule for our reviews of the new episodes. And Sirach is there, I'm there, and our very special guest will be Mr. Aaron Walke. And let me just say, Mohammed, that Sirach Lofton may agree with the tweet you just showed us.
What?
Exciting.
Let's just say
Mind
Sirach
blown.
Lofton has some very strong words to say about this
Oh, I
episode.
can't wait to watch it.
Wow.
And
I
he
can't
is
wait
the
to watch
emissary's
it.
son. So that's
Right.
basically canon.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right. So everybody at home totally agree with what Mohammed was pointing out, that this upcoming episode of Star Trek Prodigy is a all capital letters must see for any Star Trek fan. Okay.
I'll say the other
Okay.
thing that Twitter has been a buzz about is like, apparently like there were some leaks from Star Trek Mission Chicago where people
I'm not detecting any
were
leak.
mentioned. were mentioning there was maybe like some TOS reference in Prodigy coming up, and then people on Twitter are wondering, like, because it's Aaron Wolke and he's so amazing with like legacy Star Trek, could it be this one, or are we gonna have to wait till later in the season, or both? So we'll have to see. I mean, all of it's so much fun, it can do no wrong.
Shout out to Robert Kaiser, who says Renegades. Let me check my IMDb. Yes, supported both of them. That's my guy, Robert Kaiser.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
my
And,
guy.
Well
I
done.
also feel like that green could be really flattering on people for cosplay. So,
Yeah, I
It's a
was
fun
thinking
picture.
cosplay too.
yeah,
Immediately
what?
when I saw that alien.
that green shade of like whatever uniform thing they were wearing.
Here's another
Yeah.
tease. Let's just say, Melissa, that Bonnie
already made
Gordon
one.
agrees with you.
Oh,
Bonnie
That's 'cause
Gordon
she's
agrees with your
awesome.
assessment. Yes,
That's
both of you.
because she's awesome, and we're gonna eat pie someday.
Well, you're awesome
together.
too, so you're similar. It makes sense.
Aw, thanks.
Eat it with a bib because you don't want to mess up that awesome cosplay. All right.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
So, Mohammed, do you have a trivia question for us today?
I do actually have a last minute substitution from what we talked earlier, but that's okay. So the seventh rule is about to go into the first season of TNG at the start of the year, right? That's very exciting.
Mhm.
So I have something from the first season of TNG that I'm going to read. And what you have to do is you have to pick who was being referred to, not who said it, but who was being referred to with this quote.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, you really made it tougher,
I
Mohammed.
made it a little tougher. It's not so
You
tough.
are
is
a
it?
sadist.
So the quote is, "Your fierce devotion comes from within." This is from first season TNG. Your devotion comes from within. Is this referring to A, Worf, B, Deanna Troi, C, William Riker, or D, Beverly Crusher?
Who is being referred to?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, or who's being spoken to with that? Your fierce
Mhm.
devotion comes from within.
Mhm. Okay, so while you guys are thinking that over, Melissa is thinking hard. She's like
So-
looking off. She's like, I can't have any distraction. I gotta think.
Could you repeat the options again?
Sure. So your fierce devotion comes from within. A, Worf, B, Deanna Troi, C, William Riker, or D, Beverly Crusher.
Not Wesley.
Now, Wesley's not a choice.
That was my first thought too. Wesley. Hmm.
Anne Marie is
I want to
although
say
Anne
it's
Marie's
not
hot on
Worf
a
because
trail
that's not
somewhere.
obvious.
So while you guys are thinking that over, everybody, people are getting ready with their answers in the live chat. Here's what you can look forward to this week. Yesterday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we just released the full review of Deep Space Nine, Season 7, Episode 18, Till Death Do Us Part. That's when the Breens show up and everybody's like, oh, shoot, the Dominion's going to kick some Boojack City now. And so you can see that on the Seventh Rule channel. At any point, go hop over there right now and watch it. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Falling Towers YouTube channel. As you know, everybody, Falling Tower is doing 80s sitcom month. So it's a very fun time and everybody is happy.
It's very fun.
So tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern on the Falling Tower YouTube channel, we are doing Family Matters. Family Matters with Josh Sussman. Josh Sussman is an actor from Glee and a bunch of other cool shows. You guys remember Family Matters? Technically, it started like 3 months before the 90s. So it is an 80s sitcom.
I was gonna
Oh.
say Urkel, right?
Yeah.
That's the show.
Man, I
Did
thought
I
they were
do
Family
that?
Ties. That's fun.
And then on
Appropriate one for
Thursday,
Urkel.
back on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, the Seventh Rule will release our review of Prodigy episode 13, This is at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time with Aaron Waltke, Sirach Lofton, Bonnie Gordon, Ryan T. Husk, and a lot of compliments because you guys, this next Prodigy episode is so, you know what I'm saying?
Spoilers.
My dude, just wait till you see.
Oh,
Fucking
man.
believe my eyes. Anyway, so there's that made me laugh. I don't care. Anyway,
That was fun.
so thank you. Check that out, you guys. Aaron Waltke is a gem, as Tasha Yar would
You
call
mean
him.
Jewel? Jewel.
Yep. You jewel.
I love that one so much. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Okay. And then Friday on this channel right here at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we have Star Trek and Chill live. We talk about Star Trek. We chill. We talk a lot about like food too and music, and we get hungry.
Cookies.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
chill.
That's chill. It's whatever.
Stuff
And
we
then
talk about being
lastly,
chill.
Lastly, everybody's saying, yeah, but what about this coming Sunday? Well, let me tell you, let me pull up this coming Sunday, the itinerary. At Deep Space 9 a.m. Pacific time, that's Deep Space noon Eastern time. The Seventh Rule is releasing our review of Deep Space Nine Season 7, Episode 23 already, the first segment of that. There are only going to be 2 more after that. Extreme Measures. So check that out at Deep Space 9 a.m. Pacific. That's Deep Space noon Eastern time. That'll never get old to me. All right.
The brain episode.
That's one of the many. One of the many. What is the answer to our trivia question, Dr. Noor?
So I'm not gonna read the full quote because the full quote's really long. This is from the episode Skin of Evil. This is Tasha Yar's like post-death.
Dave Gregory saying this is burned into my brain for forever.
Yeah. So the quote is, Beverly, your fierce devotion comes from within. It can't be diminished. From you, I learned to strive for excellence, no matter what the personal cost. And it goes on to Wesley from there.
Aw,
So Beverly was the answer.
nice.
What's burned into David Gregory's brain?
That scene,
That-
that moment.
Freaking
Oh,
eulogy,
yeah.
reverse eulogy. Ugh,
Yeah.
so sad. Oh my gosh.
You guys,
I don't
How
think I've ever
amazing.
seen anyone die on TV before.
how amazing is it going to be next spring when Denise Crosby reviews that episode and tells us all about it, everything that happened behind the scenes and in front of the camera. Sirach Lofton watches it for the very first time. And Denise Crosby probably watches it for the very first time as well and tells us all about it 35 years later. Super exciting. Don't forget to go over that Indiegogo campaign and share with your friends and support it. Just throw $1 and then tweet it out or share it out or
And
text it or email it.
get it to 7 more people need to donate $1 for us to hit 100 backers. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
think
I
we
can't,
can do
last
that.
night I was
Oh,
like,
we just
I can't
got-
sleep. Let me just back really fast.
We just got one. Yeah, we just got one. And it was, I don't think this person's in the live chat. August Enzelberger. Thank you, August. We
woohoo,
appreciate you.
yay.
It could be somebody's real name that uses
6
a
more.
It's gonna be
tag.
amazing.
Yep.
6 more backers to hit 100.
All right.
Christmas presents.
Mhm.
Anyway, well,
Or even
Dead
$1.
Purple. Here, we're gonna give you guys the link one more time because Dead Purple 7, our good friend out in California's Central Valley, California's beautiful Central Valley. Thanks all very much for joining us. It's been a great time. I'm so excited for our Lappy Awards. That's just, there's nothing cooler than like competitions and polls and which one did it better and who wore it better stuff. Oh, it's so fun with Star Trek. Anyway, Melissa, can you tell everybody where to find you online?
At Melissa Longo on all of the current major social media sites.
There are so many.
Yeah, but the three big ones,
Mhm.
at the moment. I don't know about Mastodon. It scares me from what I've read about
It's an
that.
amazing metal band, Mastodon. Seriously, love that band.
Or at the Introverted Republic, you can find Walking Art made by Melissa there. And there's a lot of stuff going on in my bedroom as far as art goes that may be added to that site soon. So we'll see if it works.
Wait. You know what? I'm moving on.
Ryan.
Well,
My office is in my room too. So,
Yeah. Your artwork
Same.
is amazing. Your
Same.
artwork's amazing. We can't wait to see
that's
it.
where I create. So thanks.
right.
Uh-huh.
My commute
Ryan's
to work
thinking procreate, but no.
Like,
I'm just kidding.
no, I'm not. My commute to work is 2 steps from bed to desk.
Yeah.
What about you, Emery? Where can people find y'all?
Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel 1.
All right. What about any extinct animals?
Nope.
Not yet. Okay. Mastodon, mammoth, dodo.
Something like Power Rangers, pterodactyl.
Good choice.
Dr. Muhammad Noor, what about you?
At Mafnoor, MAF, and like November OOR on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I actually did put one in Mastodon, but I haven't actually put anything there yet. But it's there. It's a placeholder at least. And on
Noor
YouTube,
as well.
Mafnoor as well. And on YouTube is Biotrekkie, BIOTREKKIE.
Mhm.
Awesome. And everybody, you can find me either Ryan TG Husk on Twitter or Virtual TrekCon, Falling Tower, or the Seventh Rule, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, maybe even Instagram, I guess, for the Seventh Rule, but no Tic Tacs yet. I'm not going to do the Tic Tac. I never did Vine. Yes, I know it's TikTok, but and I was looking, there's so many social media things, so many. Just
So
the
many.
list goes
Yeah,
on.
my coach told
forever.
me she has 18 apps on her phone. I mean,
Tinder,
deleted some. It's just-
Tumblr.
Yeah.
Grinder.
Coffee Meets Bagel, Hinge, Bumble,
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
that one for people who like farmers.
YouTube is considered social media because there are comments, there's activity. I think the third biggest one behind Facebook and YouTube is WhatsApp because it's
Bye,
international. Anyway,
Have a good night or morning or
morning.
Bye.
Yeah,
Morning.
yeah. Mai, thank you so much for joining us. We miss you. We'll see you soon. I think that's it for us, everybody. We will see you later. And until how do we close this out? We say, when you're looking for talk about the Lappy Awards, put it on the main viewer.